Welcome back. Thank you for staying with the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Outgoing CARICOM Chairman Prime Minister Alan Chastanet delivered his final address at the 31st intersessional meeting of the Conference of the Heads of Government of CARICOM. It was held on Tuesday, the 18th of February. He called for increased attention to climate change, blacklisting by the EU, and the adversities facing small island states. Jacques Wooding tells us more.
As he delivered his outgoing address as CARICOM chairman, Prime Minister Alan Chastanet urged the region's leaders to do more to deal with several socio-economic and environmental issues. On the issue of correspondent banking, he cited a previous meeting where a CARICOM delegation addressed the threat of financial institutions in the region losing critical relationships with U.S. banks. Prime Minister Alan Chastanet reported that CARICOM has made notable progress on de-risking and that the OECS is working on a single compliance department.
We were able to draw the attention of the members of the Financial Services Committee of the United States Congress and senior representatives of major U.S. banks, including the Bank of America, to the catastrophic effect which the stringent measures being imposed on domestic banks by correspondent banks in the United States and the negative impact which the withdrawal of such services was having on economies in the Caribbean member states.
He reported that another CARICOM delegation interfaced with the European Union on the troubling issue of blacklisting of countries as tax havens. Prime Minister Chastanet also touched on the lack of resolution to the ongoing situation in Venezuela and the challenges in finding solutions to the ongoing standing difficulties in Haiti.
So far, all efforts at mediation have failed. In fact, from all indications, conditions in Venezuela continue to deteriorate despite a recent lull, and this is likely to make finding a solution even harder. The involvement of outside forces in the controversy, however, could only escalate the crisis and make a resolution that more difficult, while at the same time testing and stressing our own attempt at a common position on that issue. While understandably we have ring-fenced some of Haiti's rights and privileges in our treaty, more importantly, we must be honest brokers and admit that we, like many others, have failed in our attempts to find a solution and a need to collectively chart a new course. We owe it to the people of Haiti who deserve much more, especially given our common histories.
Chastanet also spoke to opportunities for CARICOM post-Brexit amid discussions already ongoing between CARIFORM and the European Union. A key area for Prime Minister Alan Chastanet has been mobilizing funds to tackle the issues of disaster risk financing as a consequence of climate change.
On climate change, we must continue to press for the reclassification of SIDS by the OECD, to take into consideration our vulnerability and the adverse implications of current protocols governing debt classification and our access to financing. Moreover, we must redouble our efforts towards the establishment of a dedicated fund for SIDS.
He expressed complete faith in incoming CARICOM chairperson, Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley, and thanked the staff of CARICOM Secretariat for their cooperation and assistance during his tenure. For Hot 7 News, I am Jacques Wooding.
No country offers a child both the chance of a healthy upbringing and an environment fit for their future. That's according to the World Health Organization, WHO. Experts say climate change and harmful advertising encouraging fast food consumption and underage drinking are putting children at risk. The UK was ranked among the top 10 countries in the world for the overall health and well-being of children. However, it fell behind in safeguarding the environment for their future. The report by the WHO, the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, and the Lancet Commission ranked 180 countries on the likelihood of a child being able to flourish, focusing on health and well-being factors such as education, nutrition, and child mortality. Countries were then also ranked on their carbon emission levels. Some 40 child health experts warned that progress over the past 2 decades was set to reverse if radical changes were not made by governments around the globe. Now, our cameras caught up with members of the public as they scouted various roadside booths in search of their flag-colored wear as anticipation for 2020 independence activities continued to grow.
The busy streets of Castries have now been turned blue, yellow, black and white as vendors display independence wear in grand style. As they prepare for the weekend of February 22nd, members of the public disclosed their planned independence outfits.
Presently, I'm in the town of Castries. I'm doing some work right now. And yesterday, I got a shoot for independence on a tray. Now, I decide now while I'm close by, I'm passing because I seen lovely stuff because I have planned for independence because we are celebrating our 41st independence. So I'm here today and I'm going to take a little pin to put on my shirts, and I see lovely dresses and shirts, you know. So while I'm at work, I'm just grabbing one to put on my on my shirt.
Yes, I'm looking for t-shirts for myself and also my husband to celebrate Independence Day to wear.
So you'll be going out to watch all the different festivals?
Yes, I am. I'll be selling in song, but after that, I'll be driving around, looking around, celebrating.
And with your color?
Yes, I am, with all my colors.
I come to buy a jersey for the Independence Day.
So,
I come and buy a jersey for Independence.
for independence?
Yeah, man.
So you want to be all out for your...
All out for Independence, man. 41.
Persons are urged to come out in their colors and ring in another year of independence. For 7 News, I am Jacques Wooding.
Marigot Bay Resort and Marina spearheaded a cleanup campaign in the community on Thursday. Members of the community and students were invited to join the effort to keep Marigot looking pristine.
On Friday morning, Marigot Bay Resort staff, students, teachers and community members congregated at the John Odlum Secondary School to commence a cleanup campaign. Many businesses and organizations are becoming more environmentally conscious and are spearheading Go Green campaigns. That is the case with the resort and its staff. Head of Security and Safety at the Marigot Bay Resort, Rainier Sergis, says cleaning up the environment is beneficial to all as it creates a more pleasant place to live and work.
This initiative was the brainchild of 2 of our employees, namely Eldon and Michelle. They decided to mobilize with the environmental committee, the Green Team, of which I'm chairman. And we decided to invite the rest of the community to come in and support this initiative.
The school was invited to join in the exercise.
I selected students from Form 2 because we had just completed a module on the environment and taking care of the environment. So I felt that this was a very good practical activity so that students could see and put into practice what they learned during the instruction time. It was an eye-opener for some of them because they realized how our actions have consequences when we throw garbage indiscriminately around our communities. They were able to see the amount of garbage that was all over the place, and for them, they realized it was a way of them realizing how our actions as citizens can have a negative impact on our environment.
Cleanup efforts provide community health benefits such as elimination of breeding sites for mosquitoes and other dangerous pests. Research indicates that keeping a community clean can reduce crime, fear, and feelings of helplessness in communities. Research also indicates that there are other positive benefits to going green.
Marigot Bay Resort and Marina is seeking to go green, become certified. And we look at the community that we reside in, and we have to give, one of our objectives is to ensure that we support and we give back to the community. And this is one way of doing it, ensuring that our community, our environment is made sustainable, because as we know, a cleaner community is a healthier community, and not only health for those who reside in it, but those who work in it. And not to mention, we high on tourists who are high on going green.
The various partners in the Marigot Community Cleanup Campaign says they are hoping to continue collaboration on environmental sustainability issues. Reporting for the Hot 7 News, I am Novita Emmanuel Green.
The National Apprenticeship Program, NAP, is continuing to fulfill its mandate of providing training and employment opportunities for St. Lucia's unemployed youth. Anicia Antoine reports on the latest cohort of trainees under the Tourism Hospitality Program conducted in partnership with Monroe College.
The National Apprenticeship Program through the Monroe College International Hospitality Training Institute will be providing a second leg of hospitality training to over 50 young persons from the constituency of Ancillary Canneries. The 3-month program forms part of an initiative by the government of St. Lucia to help alleviate the high unemployment rate amongst our youth. Director of the National Apprenticeship Program, NAP, Dr. Wendy Mosheri, encouraged the apprentices to make the most of the opportunity.
You have started a journey that we at NAP and at Monroe will assist you, we will help you to go right through this journey and to complete it successfully. About 3 years ago, the government of St. Lucia, recognizing that unemployment was extremely high among the young persons, especially in the South, decided to begin the National Apprenticeship Program. And the mandate that we have is to train young persons, unemployed persons, give them skills, give them knowledge that they need to become more employable, as well as getting new employment opportunities. So we will get you to interviews, but NAP does not give you jobs. I want you to bear this in mind. We take you to the interview, but you have to sell yourself at the interview to get the job.
Recognizing that not everyone is as able, the government of St. Lucia is absorbing 33% of the cost, and the participants will contribute the balance. Additionally, each student will receive a stipend of $500 monthly. Minister for Tourism, Information and Broadcasting, Culture and Creative Industries, and Parliamentary Representative for Ancillary Canneries, Honorable Dominic Fede, noted that the best thing a government can do for young people is to empower them to become independent.
If there is one thing that I will feel proud as that I have been able to be associated with during my tenure as parliamentary rep, is this. Not fixing the roads, not fixing the roads, not creating buildings or fixing playing fields, but investing in you and building you and giving you the best chance for you to become the best versions of yourself. That's why we do this. This is for you.
Tanisha Lancico, trainee of the National Apprenticeship Program, expressed gratitude to the government of St. Lucia and the Monroe College for the opportunity.
I do believe that I will achieve much more experience in hospitality, and I would encourage all young people to take this program that will help them in life and will help them in the future.
Upon completion of the program, the trainees will be placed on internships within the hospitality sector. The opening ceremony for the National Apprenticeship Program took place at the Millet Community Center on Tuesday, February 18th, 2020. From the Government Information Service, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Stay with us. There's more coming up after the break.